They thought I would break. They thought I would vanish like the rest. But they forgot one thing. I am Clara Monroe, and I remember everything. When they took Jonathan Blackwell from that hospital lobby, I knew what was coming. The photograph, the warning, the silence. It wasn't just a threat, it was the start of war. I didn't scream. I didn't run to the police. I didn't even cry. I went cold, because grief is a luxury. And when you've lost everything but purpose, revenge is all that's left. I packed a bag, kissed my daughter's forehead while she slept, and locked down Monroe Health Center like a vault. I burned every trace that could be tracked. No more paper, no more names, only mission, only memory. Jonathan Blackwell wasn't just a man I saved. He was a symbol, a witness, and now he was a hostage. The ones who took him weren't amateurs. They were erasers. They didn't threaten people. They unmade them. And if they had him, they had a reason. It wasn't about money anymore. It was about the silence he refused to keep, and the nurse who ruined their plan. Me. So I went to the only place left that wasn't corrupt. A hacker named Rook. Rook lived off-grid. A tech savant buried in an abandoned subway tunnel 3 states over. He owed Jonathan a favor, one I came to collect. I brought the photo. I brought the wax seal. I brought the drive they failed to wipe. He took one look and said, "You're not just in danger, you're radioactive." He cracked the metadata. The photo wasn't taken in the US. It was geotagged, accidentally, near the outskirts of Zurich, Switzerland. Private land, satellite surveillance, a decommissioned Cold War bunker, now owned by an untraceable shell company, Andrus Holdings. Guess who used to sit on Andrus' board? The same Orbis Dynamics executive who fled the country. The one who disappeared before the hearings. He wasn't hiding. He was operating. And Jonathan, he was likely inside that bunker. I had one choice. Go dark. Go alone. Go now. I left Rook with one command. If I don't check in 72 hours, release everything. Emails, tapes, confessions, footage, all of it. I crossed the ocean under a fake name. Slipped into Zurich posing as a trauma surgeon attending a private summit. No badge, no ID, just gloves, resolve, and the face of a woman they underestimated. I found the gate at 3 a.m. Silent, steel, unwelcome. They didn't expect visitors, but they weren't ready for me. I triggered their cameras on purpose. Waited. Let them come. 2 guards. Body armor. Lethal. I lured them into the woods. A first aid kit laced with chloroform. And 20 seconds of pure survival instinct. They went down. I suited up. Stole their access cards. Walked through the gates like I belonged. Inside was silence. Stone walls. Red lights. Echoes. And a single hallway that led to a reinforced vault door. I keyed the card. It clicked open. And there he was. Jonathan Blackwell. Chained to a steel chair. Beard grown. Eyes bloodshot. But alive. His voice cracked. "Clara!" I didn't speak. I moved. Unlocked his cuffs. Held his face. And then, I heard it. Footsteps. A dozen. I turned. And came face to face with the one man I'd only seen in leaked photos. Adrian Voss. Former COO of Orbis Dynamics. The man who ordered Jonathan's death. He smiled. "You shouldn't have come here, Ms. Monroe." I smiled back. "You shouldn't have let me live." And that was the moment everything changed. You'd think once you find the villain, the rest gets easy. But in real life, villains don't monologue. They erase. They erase everything. Adrian Voss wasn't nervous. He wasn't even armed. He stood there like a man who thought he'd already won. And to be fair, most of the time, men like him do. He looked at Jonathan, slumped and bleeding beside me. Then back at me. "You know what the world does with people like you, Clara." I didn't answer. "They put you on magazine covers for a week, then forget you. But we make sure they forget permanently." That's when the lights cut out. Total blackout. And I smiled, because Rook had delivered. 30 seconds later, every door in the bunker unlocked. Every security feed went live. Every encrypted file leaked. To journalists. To agencies. To the world. All of it. The AI program. The death contracts. the fake whistleblower list with my name, and every audio clip they thought was deleted. I looked boss in the eyes. People like me don't get remembered, we get even. That was the moment Jonathan moved. He lunged. Boss tried to run, but I was faster. He hit the ground. Hard. No guards. No escape. Only truth. And a woman who had nothing left to fear. We left him there, in his bunker. The signal from Rook's drone already uploading every file from the server room. We didn't speak. We didn't need to. We had survived. But the war wasn't over. 3 weeks later, the world didn't just react. It exploded. Global headlines. Orbis executives charged in international conspiracy. Secret AI weapon program exposed. The nurse who fought back. They made documentaries. Panels. Think pieces. But I refused every offer. Because this was never about fame. It was about memory. And mission. Jonathan disappeared again, this time on his own terms. He left me a note. Thank you for finishing what I was too afraid to start. I reopened Monroe Health Center. Smaller. Quieter. But alive. We added a plaque. For those who were never meant to survive. We remember you. I kept my daughter close. Tighter than ever. We no longer lived in fear. We lived in purpose. But here's the thing about evil. It doesn't die. It waits. And I learned that lesson one stormy night, 2 months later. It was after midnight. The clinic was closed. My daughter asleep. I sat in my office, reading an old email Jonathan once wrote me. Then I heard it. A whisper. From the vents. I froze. It wasn't a whisper. It was a recording. A loop. Then the lights flickered. My phone buzzed. Blocked number. I answered. No voice. Just breathing. Then static. Then a single sentence. Adrian Voss is dead, but I'm not. I ran to the window. No cars. No movement. Only a red dot blinking on a building across the street. A laser. A camera. I turned to grab my bag and saw it. A box. Sitting on my desk. Wrapped in black paper. With a white tag. To the nurse who didn't quit. Inside was a USB drive. And a photograph. Not of Jonathan. Not of me. It was a child. My daughter. Taken 2 days ago at school. My breath left me. The walls seemed to close in. My skin crawled. Because the war I thought I'd ended was just a distraction. Someone bigger. Smarter. Still out there. And now, they'd made a fatal mistake. Because I'm no longer just the witness. I'm the weapon. And if they want a war, I'm coming. Are you thrilled with this story? Subscribe to this YouTube channel for more true crime stories.